All right, traders, how are you? And welcome, 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 welcome. Anna DeShields here. Let me go ahead and get this up and going so we can see all you fine traders. How are you? Good evening. Welcome. Today is Tuesday, 10/3/2023. My time is 8:30 Eastern. How are you, traders? Thank you for joining. So good to see you. Um, so tonight, what we're going to look at is we're going to look at Bitcoin, right? And then look at the news. What happened? We had news this morning, so I'm going to go over that and show you the Exodus cross and how you could use that at New York Open at news. And then we're also just going to look at the move that Bitcoin did today, and maybe get into other concepts. But if you have any questions, please feel free to drop it in the comments and I will answer them. Maybe if you're watching the recording later, let me know. Let me know what you traders may have questions on, more clarification, or some other topics that you'd like me to review. I would be happy to do so. Um, I will be doing these live sessions on Tuesday and Thursday evenings of the week. So super excited about that. And also super excited about the two new classes that are coming. It's going to be on the Exodus Cross if you want to learn how to use that, traders, and also learn how to scalp New York Open with people who do different lot sizes. So it'll be catered to different size. So we're going to be excited about that. Those classes are coming. And yeah, so let me go ahead and show my disclaimer really quick. All right, so we got that going. And I'm going to go ahead and get us, look, what we'll do is we'll look at Bitcoin and see what has transpired today. Okay, let's see. All right, traders, before I do that, let me just be right back. Just a second. Those are our trading view alerts. Okay, traders, we are back. We are back. We are back. We are back. Just want to make sure everything was working correctly. All right, good. So let's go ahead and look at what's been going on with Bitcoin today. Any of you trade it? Any of you trade Bitcoin? We had that nice huge move up last night. What's today? Tuesday. So over the weekend, of course. So let's go ahead and see what's just piping on the 1 hour time frame we got here. All right. So we have this huge move to the upside. That was on Sunday, 1800 hours. My time is 6 o'clock. So 6 o'clock. Oh, you know what? I can see that there when I share the screen. So I don't want that. Let me put you over here then so I can see what you guys see. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and break this down. Let's break it down since the weekend. Let's do that. Let's go to our 4 hour and see what has transpired. Let's go. Actually, you know what, traders? Let's do replay mode. Let's do replay mode. So we're going to hit replay and we're going to go back in time to 8 o'clock last night or yesterday morning. Let's go to 1600 hours is no, let's actually get off the 4 hour. Let's go to the 1 hour and do a replay. Let's get the 1 hour. Look at all that yum yum. See what happened. Let's go into replay mode and make sure I'm not on mute. Let me see here real quick. That was Wednesday. We don't want any of that. We want Sunday. Sunday at 1. Let's go a little bit before it broke out. Okay. And let me make sure real quick, traders, that you can hear me. That would really be awful if you couldn't. I went ahead and did this whole recording or whole live and you can't hear me. Okay, so let's see how this audio comes across. Okay, good. It's not bad. All right, perfect. Back in business. Okay. All right, let's rock. Okay, so here we are on Sunday. Goodness, that was Thursday's move, the huge move up. And then here we are on the weekend, Friday, 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock on Saturday. Okay, and it's consolidated, for most of the afternoon. That's typical. And then here we have a little bit of movement going on, don't we, traders? Let's see, what time is this? 9 o'clock. Okay, that's normal. This is normal. Then we have a move on the 1 hour. Let me go ahead and implement this one indicator. Just a second. Oops, that's not what I wanted. And that's not what I wanted. Okay. Just a second, traders. Let's see here. What did I want? Oh, yes. Okay, let's go back. Okay. Make sure that's coming up right. Okay. All right, there we go. Now, here we are at Saturday into Sunday. Wait, let's look at that real quick. Here's Saturday, 2300 hours, 11 o'clock at night. Made a move up, didn't it? Into Sunday morning. Sunday at 6 on the 1 hour, 8, 10, 11. So let's look at this move here on Sunday really quick. This is Saturday night at 20 hours, which is 8 o'clock p.m. So 8 p.m. it it made a breakout. We already had the signal for the cross way back here, but nothing really happened. It did end up moving up, but then wicked back down. Some solid activity here at 1 o'clock on Sunday morning, at 1 in the morning, and then 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning. This is nice here. This nice move here. How many pips was that? 172. Okay. Then the pullback. So let's go ahead and play out Sunday. We're playing out Sunday and seeing the whole move. Let's go ahead and do that. This is just Sunday, the 1st, October 1st. All right. 1700 hours. Oh, let's pause. That's where all the movement happened. And let's look at that. Let's look at that. No, we're going to do it on the lower time frames too. Goodness gracious. Look at all that yum. Traders, I was out at the shopping centers. I was actually at a restaurant working and was able to grab that. My notifications were going off like crazy, which is what I want to happen, and caught that. So not all of it, but most of it. And it was a lot of yum. So let's go ahead and see on the 1 hour. Let's break it down a little bit. We obviously have consolidation, so we're waiting for the breakout, and we definitely had it on the 1 hour. It broke us out, put us right at the fib. I had a fib on there for the 4 hour if it bought up. I'm going to see if I have it on this chart. It might be on another chart, but it went exactly to where we anticipated it to go on the 4 hour fib. Was it high to low or low to high? I have to go and look, but went right into our zone. So it was a perfect play. Before I left, I actually sent the setup for the buy if it bought, or the sell if it sold down. So there it is on the 1 hour. It broke out, rejected. We have our 50 right here and our 200. This is my 800 EMA. And then the 11 as the yellow, and the black here is the 21. So huge surge to the upside. Let's see how many pips that was. It was like 800. Yep. 800 pips. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and see what that looked like on the 2-minute, because traders, that move right there was, if I remember correctly, it was like a 2-minute move. A 2-minute move, I believe. You had to be on that. Maybe I could be a little bit wrong. Maybe it was 2 5-minute candles, but let's check it out together. So we're going to go down to the 5-minute. And yeah, look at that. That's one candle on the 5. So we'll look at it on the 2-minute, but look at that. Let's look at what it looks like on the 5-minute time frame. Okay, we are totally flatline. Traders, we are totally flatline, aren't we? Totally flatline. 200 right there. 50 is riding all day on the 5-minute. From here's 1220, just riding flat. This is very typical of Bitcoin on a Sunday, and just waiting for the breakout in which direction. Okay, so here's our candle on the 5 at 18:15. What was that? 6? Yeah, 6:15. Okay, let's go to the 2-minute so we can see it even beautifuler. Beautifuler. Okay, here is our 2 minute. Before I expand the chart so we can see, if there was a little bit of volume in these 2 minute candles, without us doing that, we can see everything flatline. We got our 800, our 200, our 50, just waiting for that breakout to happen. And then look, I was correct. It was only a couple of candles. You see that, traders? Was only a couple of candles. We got one 2 minute candle and our second 2 minute candle. So I had my alerts on the 2 minute time frame. I have also alerts for when price is crossing the 800 EMA. So it was already crossed there. So that alert was not going off. It had already gone off. But I have alerts when it passes certain zones along the way up. So they were going off, and I went to look, and sure enough, um, it was moving. So that's what our 2 minute looks like, and that was at 18:14, which is 6:14 p.m. on Sunday, the October 1st. Today is Tuesday, 10/3 at 8:45 p.m. Eastern my time. And look at that yum, yum, yum. Sheesh. Let's go ahead and measure all of that goodness. 851 pips, traders. Look at that. 851 pips. We'll go ahead and pull out my other tool that I use. Our info tool. Where is it? Right here. Okay, so this candle was, not including the wick, was 212 pips. First 2 minute candle, 212 pips. Now I know you eyes are all wondering, well, what about the second candle? What about the second candle? Well, let's check it out, not including the wick. That one was 612 pips. 6 plus 2 is 8, so 800 plus pips in 2 minutes. Oh my goodness. We could even go, you know what? Do you want to go down and look at it? What it looked like on the 15-second? I hadn't even thought of that. We could check that out, huh? But before we do that, look at that, traders. That was absolutely sunshine. Sunshine, sunshine, sunshine. Look at all that yum yum. I need to make a yum yum, some type of little alert thing. What do you think? In my classes, I teach, my students know there was all kinds of yum yum, Anna, and I was in it. And so a lot of good yum yum here. Oh my goodness. That just gets you so excited, doesn't it? All right, so let's go ahead and take that off. And let's kind of look at what we see here. Look at these beautiful waves, whatever you want to call it, ribbon, what have you, flat line, right? And then I have the indicator for when the 250 cross. They crossed, nothing happened. Let's look at that, traders. Just a second. Sorry about that. I have a message coming in. I have to take. Okay, it's my son, real quick. Okay, so just bear with me 1 second. Let me just let him know I can send this. You're trying. Okay, just a second, traders. Hold on for a minute. Let me go ahead and I will be just a second. Let me go ahead and oops, wrong one. All right. Sorry about that. Just a second. We will resume in just a second. Let's see. I want to do what? Okay. We should be back in business. Okay. Let me make sure the audio is working. Testing, testing. Mic check. Whoops. That's not what I wanted. Oh, Lord. Oh, you know what? I think I deleted. Okay, good. I didn't. I'm not hearing me though. Okay, we're good. All right. Good there. Sorry, traders. All right. Mm, you done pinned the wrong one. Mm-mm-mm. You done pinned the wrong one. Ay, ay, ay. Jeez. Okay, just a second, traders. Okay. That was nice. All right, let's go ahead and make sure the audio is working. Sorry about this, traders. Appreciate your patience. Okay, good. Okay, that audio is working. All right, let's see if we have any conversation in the chat. All right. Okay. So go ahead and over here. Already 26 minutes into this. Jeez. Okay. Resuming back to what we're talking about. Um, then after the move, 2 minute candle eight. This one was 600 pips. And then it's like if you decided to get in because you saw the move, you could have got some yum yum at this candle. Took you 200, 300 pips. That's not bad. You do want to, as a trader, you do want to back test and see what happens after big moves. So you can know for next time, hey, if this something like this happens, what is its usual response? And so here price went ahead. It did pull back only in the top of it, if we did a fib on this, what would you traders say it pulled back to? I would say it just came down, not even maybe to the 23. We can go ahead and put a fib on that. Let me show you really quickly what that looks like. Just on this candle, there's nothing wrong with doing that. Came into the 38 and then did not break down lower and then continue to push back up. Run your fibs on that, traders, on your back testing. See how far back your asset pulls back on big moves. Or even if you're in the move and you're quick on your toes, which as you should be, throw that fib on there and kind of get an idea of if it will pull back into this zone. It only stayed up into the 38. So we know that the probabilities of a continuation are very high. And it did, you know, it didn't pull back anymore. We went sideways. Now that's the bummer part, right? Because you're like, oh, okay, I got in. Is it gonna take off? Where's it gonna go? And then look what she did. She consolidated. Let's see how long that was for the next 1 hour, hour and a half. She consolidated. So that's like the bummer. But let's go ahead and play this out. Actually, let's go and play this out on the 1 hour. Let's see what she did from there. This is 8 o'clock now. So let's go to the 1 hour and see what happened from there. Play this. Okay. We hit the top. We see that was our high. And she pushed back only to the top thirds. This is like maybe the 23 on the fib, if that. Oh my goodness, pause. Okay, so let's do a fib on this, traders, and see how far she pulled back. I'm going to put it on lines. And let's see what she did. Low to high. Pulled back. What? Let me put this on a better color. Jeez. Let me make that green. Green is YMO. 1 hour. Okay, so traders, she went ahead and what did she do? Let's get the arrow out. Up. High. Pull back. Only to what? The 11.5. Not a deep pullback at all. Not into this zone and not into this zone and definitely not pulling back into this zone, did she? She didn't do any of that. So since she didn't, what did she do? Well, she went up, high, pull back only to the 11.5. We know that the probabilities then for continuation are high if she doesn't pull back anymore. And she continued to go in the direction of the trend. Now, you could be like, all right, now what do I do? If you didn't have a higher projection technical analysis done, you could look at your support and resistance levels. There's another option too, which is your projections. I don't know if you use projections or not, traders, but you could use a projection and then we'll put that on there and we'll see if those zones were hit or not. Let's do that now. So we're going to put on our projections for the buy. All right. And, oh, that was the wrong one. Just a second for the buy. Oh, it's just not giving it to me, is it? Let me throw that on there again. I want for the buy. It's going the wrong way, isn't it, traders? Oh, you know what? Because I'm doing it wrong. Goodness gracious. Let me go ahead and do this one. We want the regular fibs. One hour. Is that the 1 hour? Yeah. Low to high. Here is our projections. So since it continued, okay, traders, to continue up and push up. I'll press the play button. Our next projections using our fib projections could be up in these zones. So let's see if she did that or not. But before we do that, let's see how high that is. Okay, that's 1,533 pips. So for on the 1 hour, if that happens, that would be beautiful. That's a little bit extreme. You could go to your support and resistance on the higher time frames or on the 1 hour, looking to your left. Right now, looking to the left, we don't see anything in our way. Here's some information right here. So if we squeeze that in, we can definitely see where she could go. And then our projections put us right at those zones too. So that could be an option for you on what to do, or you can jump to your 4 hour. But let's continue to play this because I want to see where she did go in these projections. So let's hit play. Here, there she is. The pullback to the 11.5, retest the high, broke out, come back to retest again. Oh, did a deep dip to the 21, came back. Oh, even dipped even more. Oh my goodness, look at all of that movement. That's on the 1 hour. Hit the pause. Okay, so what happened, traders? She did not go ahead into our projections, just went up and retested this zone here. We'll have to look on the 4 hour what that was. And then broke down. Broke down, broke down, broke down. Let's put it on the candles. No more movement and no more continuation, engulfing bar. So we can have a signal that nothing happened and then broke down nice and healthy, hitting our 21, right? If you were a trader where you're like, okay, it's back into my zone here. I'm going to re-enter for the continued buy up. You could very well do that. You could very well do that, not showing what the trend would do. That would have given you 500 pips. Why not? You could go ahead and take that trade, traders, and then put your stop loss. We didn't know none of this happened. So what I do, traders, is I'll put my stop loss right here under the 21 or at my next level of my fib zone or the wicks here, but not much. Not much because I just don't know what she'll do. So my risk to reward, let's throw that on there. My risk to reward, I would sit here and say, okay, re-enter to see if the 21 can hold it. I want a greater than 1 to 2 risk to reward. Even if you weren't even sure where you wanted to go without knowing your support and resistance levels, you could just throw a 2 to 1 on there, which is right here, a little bit lower, right here. You could say, okay, this is my trade, 2 to 1 risk to reward. I'm putting my stop loss down at my 50. Or you could say, you know what? I'm not doing all that. I'm just going to put my stop real close because I don't know what she's going to do. I don't know if she's going to sell. I want her to buy up. Look at your risk to reward there, traders, just off of that. Real tight stop. And you have a nice risk to reward that you're playing off of if it were to continue to buy. But it didn't. What happened was the 21 did not hold it and continued to break down, hitting our 50, our 200. We're almost going to have our beautiful Exodus cross is getting ready to happen. Look at it. It hasn't quite yet happened yet. These two EMAs have not crossed yet. But once they do, we're going to have a huge move, like a waterfall, surge to the downside. Okay, so that'll be nice and exciting. So let's see how that plays out. Okay, there's our signal. There's the cross. Didn't take off normally how I like for that change of trend to happen. It did not take off. Now let me pause that. Before we even see what happened there, traders, this I don't like that. Okay. When I have the cross, I want usually the probabilities are it does a huge move right away. When it doesn't do a huge move after all these candles here, I don't stay in the trade. I don't, because that's just my style. I will wait to see what happens, um, and see if she continues down. But this is on the 1 hour too, of course. I usually take this entry off of the 15-minute. Let's see what the 15-minute looked like real quick. We had our cross here. Let me get back to the 1 hour real quick so we can compare the difference in our replay. Here we see the consolidation. We got the cross, but it wasn't a huge move to the downside as we normally see with the cross. Let's take this down to 15 minutes, see if we had a nice momentum down there on the 15-minute at this signal. Okay, this was the signal on the 1 hour. And then I'll get more into the in-depths of the power of the Exodus cross. This is my Exodus cross. We had it here on the 15-minute much sooner. Okay, how much sooner? Let's see. 5 hours sooner. Okay. 5 hours sooner we had the move. That was at 11 o'clock Monday morning. Monday morning, we had the cross. Now, the huge move was here Sunday night. And then we got the cross. And then look what happened. This is what I want to see. Boom. All of that to happen. So that's better on the 15-minute. Your 1 hour when it happened, we see where we were at with the cross. It didn't give us that much like the other one did. But it did move down. I mean, that is a lot. Let's look at that. 512 pips. Maybe just because I do it on the 15 minutes so much, I'm used to seeing a bunch of candles. So, that there is the Exodus cross on the 1 hour. We have our signal to go ahead and take it. It was late. We went ahead and just consolidated when that happened. So obviously the lower time frames was better off for you. So that kind of leads me into the classes that are going to be coming up. Sign up. I'm super excited when the class gets full is when the class will start. It's on how you can use the Exodus cross, what it is, how does it work, how do I use it, what type of trader do I need to be able to take that class. So visit my website. I'm super excited. It's going to be an awesome session. Limited seats, obviously, to be able to cater to the students that attend. And we will dig into that. So let's continue to play out what happened on our replay. I can take this 1 hour off now. Okay, so now we are at Tuesday at 3 in the morning, 5 in the morning. Today now we're on today at 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning, 10 in the morning, 11 in the morning, 12. Okay, let's pause. So that was off of the 1 hour. So that shows you this weekend. And then price, look at what it's doing, returning right back to structure. Let's see if it did return back to structure. I can't remember. Let's see. I'm going to refresh this so we're on current time. Okay, so off of the 1 hour. What did we do? Oh, that was for the buy. That didn't happen. Okay. So here is currently where we're at. Currently where we are on our low to high fib. Let's put it on lines. Oh, shoot. I put it on Hakanashi. That would have been cool to look at. Let's look at that too. But on lines, let me lock it so it doesn't move. Look at that, traders. Yes, we have a new high, so we do need to move this up. Let's move the fib up. We need to adjust it. Okay, lock it. And also, if you're interested on how to mark up your charts like this and use these tools, check out my website as well. And you can go ahead and sign up for those courses as well. those classes. But here on the fib, price came down to where? Right at the area where the other the sellers oh, excuse me, the buyers need to show up. Otherwise, the sellers have taken control and we may have a change in trend. So let's go ahead and put this so we can read the numbers a little bit better. Move this to 14 so the font size larger. And then we'll move this fib out. I tell you, I love doing this technical analysis. I absolutely love it. And it's funny, traders. Let me lock that. It's funny, real quick, a little story. When I first started trading, I was like, oh my gosh. And I was watching my mentor and they're, learning how to do all of this. And I would, they would, I'd get off the session. I'd be like, okay, I have to, you try this fib. I was so intimidated by it. No lie. I really was. I was like, oh my gosh, like, I don't know if I can do it. Can I have someone sitting here with me? I was very intimidated by it. So I get it. It's okay. You can do it. You go ahead and grab your lowest point, go to the highest point, and then it will tell you on average probabilities on where the zones that the market should pull back to for best entries for a trader. We ideally want this zone, the 5061.8 or the 61.8. And then obviously our awesome entry is down here at the last line of defense. And that's right where she's at right now. So if she buys back up, traders, if she buys back up, we're in the awesome location of price on the fib, awesome location. And to buy back up, you take the buy back up. I need to check out this trade. High, pull back. Okay, then continue with the trend, taking it up to here to an exit zone if you like. Okay, taking it to there as an exit zone if you like. If she continues with the trend, that's on the 1 hour. Okay, that's on the 1 hour. Let's measure how many pips are available to us. How much yum yum. Oh my gosh. Did you see that, traders? 1,065 pips is on the table. If she continues to push back up, then that's what potentially could be our next play. What's today? Tuesday. Tuesday the 3rd. Anything is possible with Bitcoin. So I use other confluences as well. But if we just used the fibs, that is how we would analyze it and look for opportunities. Now, with all of that said, let's take this off. These boxes are also other zones that she can go to. Okay. So if she continues to sell, I'm looking for it to go into this zone. That would be a 100% retracement. And these zones are fibs off of the 4 hour fib. So this is the, I hope it didn't move, but this is supposed to be our exit zone on the 4 hour. And then this is our heartbeat zone that I like to call the 5061.8. So that's this zone right here on the fib, but on the 4 hour. So technically, if price gets down to here, which it's attempting, when we get into this zone, we can also then look for entries to TP back up to the 11.5, which is this zone here. But on the 1 hour, it's right here. I get that that's hard to read. So let me change that to a better color. It's all one color. We're on the 1 hour, right? So that's green for me. So up here, we're looking for it to go here. But so what I'm trying to say is, and I know I said a lot, if she continues to sell, I then would be looking for it to sell down into this zone. If she wants to sell even deeper, then into this zone, I would be looking for that. Then reevaluate, look at my confluences, and look if we have an entry for a buy. Okay. These are my 4 hour zones. of where I expect price to go to, could go to. And remember, I'm teaching you educational information. I'm teaching you the skill. Um, you can do with you will what you like of it. So I'm teaching you what I do and how I trade, and this is I'm teaching you skill. Traders, it's very important, and you know those that are watching who are already been in this niche that 90% is mindset. Okay. 90% is mindset. I'm teaching you the skill. We can always get into mindset as we spend our time together. But this is the skill part and the technical analysis a part of it that I know. I know it very well. And I love it. I'm really get I get excited by all this because I know it works. Um, all right, let me take this off real quick. And now I'm going to show you, and then we'll stop. Oh, I forgot to tell you too. The other class that I'm gonna that registration is open. Check out my website. Is if you'd like to learn how to scalp the New York Open, right? That's very exciting. So check out my website. It's something that you've been interested in learning how to do. How do you do it? It's going to be based, there are prerequisites though, traders. Okay. There are prerequisites for the class. Check out my website, what the prerequisites are. You know, I want you to have already have taken so many trades already. So I know the type of trader that you are when you come into the course. But the way I'm going to have it, I have it, the course, classes laid out is based on size. How the trader trades New York Open based on size, meaning your lot size, because the entry and exits are a whole lot different to a trader who's trading $100 lot size to a trader who's trading a 40-cent lot size. So they're set up to based on lot size. So that's going to be an amazing class. We're going to look at it on TradingView in the replay mode, and super excited. Um, so it's going to be 10 weeks with me, and as well as other students. So it's a huge, huge opportunity for you. I'm excited about it. So that again will be coming up. Registration is open this week, and classes will start as soon as they are filled up. It's limited size too. I'm not planning to take a lot of students, so I can make sure I can help them. But really good stuff coming up. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to the 4 hour. And oh, you know what? I wanted to, well, we're kind of running late. We'll see if we have time. We'll see if we have time. I wanted to show you the news, how you could have traded the news today. I think I will do that. Okay, so here's that 4 hour fib. Let me make sure this isn't the same fib from the 1 hour. I don't believe it is. Yeah, this one's green. See that, traders? Green fib for the 1 hour. And then my 4 hour fib that I already did earlier this morning. Yes, and here are my zones. Low to high fib, low to high fib. Okay. Looking for the play. I was looking for the play. What could potentially be on the play for today on Tuesday in the morning. I did this in the morning. Here is our 11.5. Let me go ahead and change those colors so you can see it better. And okay, right here. Okay. I'm gonna make this 14 so you can see it better. Okay. So price came down. It's already retraced down. It is now considered an activated fib since it passed price to come into this zone. Okay. Or if she wants to pull back even harder, which she could, absolutely can, pull down into here. Now here for the buy back up is totally beautiful. Look at that. And that's why I have that square right there, that yellow square there. So to see what that looks like visually, price bought up, pulled back, and now is right here sitting on the 800 EMA on the 4 hour. So that's your last 800 candles of four last 800 4-hour candles. Huge support and resistance. Price is respecting it, as well as look, our 5061.8 zone, respecting that too. What number is it? Let's see what number that is. 27.4. So obviously a nice normal even number as well. Um, what else? So look at me wanting to turn that alert off and it took it right to the, hold on. Okay, here. So price could go ahead and it deeps down into here, and then we tap this, and then oops, it didn't take me back up. And then we look for us to go back up to here for our NTP zone. So that could be, let's say today's Tuesday. That could be something that Bitcoin does this week. Absolutely. Absolutely a move like that could happen. So if it happens, we are ready. So that's where those yellow boxes are. And we see that on the 1 hour. And notice too, traders, our exit zone on the 4 hours right here. But on the 1 hour, look where that is. Look where that is. Only at the 38. Let's see how much of a difference that is. 357 pips difference. Our 11.5 is higher than our 11.5 zone on the 4 hour. Now, why is that? I know the reason why. I want to know if you know why. Put your comments and your answers in the bottom. I'd love to review it and see what you think. If you're not sure and you're like, girl, I don't know, you tell me. That's why I'm watching you. Um, okay, no problem. But I love to hear what you think. So I'm gonna give you the sneak peek. I'm gonna give you the skinny. Um, okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you this fib on the 4 hour. See where it fits on the 4 hour. Okay, traders? And that will give you your answer. And then we have news. And then that'll be our time for this evening. So now this fib's going to show on the 4 hour, and look. So please consider taking my classes if you want to learn more about technical analysis and how to mark up your charts and how to put all this together. I love to teach you. But look, we only took a piece of this move because we were just on the 1 hour. I'm a swing intraday scalper trader. So and I love it because you learn so much on each time frame. Now they say, which is true, okay? They say just to be really good at something, pick one thing. Okay. So my asset, my one pair millionaire is Bitcoin. I've been trading it for like what, a year and a half now. So every day I know this from the past year and a half. I know a lot about this asset. I've been studying it. I have hundreds of markups. Um, I have this other chart that I'll show you another time that we are on together. I love it. It's kind of like my journal chart where when I first started trading it, what I was doing in my life, what was going on at each part of price. So that's really interesting to me. It also helps jog my memory about what happened at that time. But I've been doing it for a while, trading Bitcoin for a while. Oh, I know. I was trying to get back to what I was doing. So I swing intraday and scalp. Now, that's something that I just chose to do when I started learning how to trade. And my colleagues, my other traders, some of them are just swing traders and they know the swing or intraday 4-hour trading like perfect. So they're really good at what works for that time frame. What I'm excited about that I'm glad I did and I have under my belt, my resume, if you would, is I got that. I spent a lot of time in it too. So I know all three levels. I know all three levels and I know the difference and the management, the risk type, the different scenarios that one would face on a 15-second chart to a 30 minute chart to a 4-hour chart to a 3-month chart. It's different. And yes, I can't be the expert at one who just does a 3-month chart. They're going to know more than what I know doing the different time frames. But with confidence, I can say I do know a heck of a lot with uh, a swing trade with Bitcoin for a week. I know a heck of a lot for it for the day, intraday to be done within the next 2 hours, scalp. So that I'm very confident in. Um, yeah. So back here to our fib real quick. Um, oh yes, the reason why we had the fib coming up. So we just took a chunk of that move because, as I was saying, that's just the 1 hour move. I just wanted the move of like today, what could possibly happen today. So actually, traders, it fits right into just the bigger picture move, which is my low here to high on my 4 hour. Which actually, to be honest with you, this would be my day fib. I do have it drawn on the 4 hour, but this really for me would be my day fib. And the 4 hour would probably be right here. I'd probably start my 4 hour either here or here. But anyway, um, that there explains my zones. Oh, I didn't explain why the 1 hour was there. So since we're just taking a little piece of this big move, that's why our 11.5 is higher because we've had more movement on the shorter term move than these solid moves on the higher time frame move. So it's like the little piece that fits inside the puzzle. Sort of like those boxes or suitcases if you're traveling. You have the big box, the big suitcase, and then you have a smaller one that fits inside of it. And then you have the even smaller one that fits inside of it. But they all fit in that huge suitcase. Very similar concept with doing a 1 hour fib, how it fits inside of your bigger fib, your larger 4 hour fib. And that way you can manage it better with expectations of where you expect price to go. So I hope that was helpful. I'm looking forward to spending more time with you traders. Thank you so much for spending their evening with me. And I didn't go over the news, but this was a long session. So I will do that on Thursday. We have NFP on Friday. So that will be maybe that can help prepare you for some type of, a little bit of information that you can maybe take away. All right, traders. Let me see here. I want to make sure I end correctly. So let me stop screen sharing so I can just have myself up as I say goodbye. Thank you all. Thank you all so much for spending time with me. And again, my name is Anna Deschildt. And I will see you on Thursday, 8:30 Eastern for another live stream for technical analysis. Good night. Thank you.